Hey everyone, I'm going to walk you through a complete QA automation project build with Cypress and JavaScript, using the page object model design pattern integrated with CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins, Mochawesome Reports, and Docker. Let's start by looking at the project structure. Just like a professional QA setup, we are following the page object model pattern, or POM for short. The idea is the same as always. We separate our locators and interactions from our test logic. This makes the framework scalable, readable, and easy to maintain. Here is how we organized. The base folder has one class for per applications. Here we have the class and all the methods that we will create and interact with the selectors. Also, we import the selectors. The selectors folder stores all our selectors separately, and the Cypress end-to-end homepage contain our test file. Now let's take a look at the test file. We have 14 test cases organized in a single describe block covering drop-downs, checkboxes, sliders, inputs, add and remove elements, floating menu navigators, login, logout, file download, and file upload. Each test is clean and readable. Visit the page, call the page method, and done. Now we are running the test cases with Cypress open. Let's first run our test case using Cypress Open. This gives us a visual interface to see how to see the tests are executing in real time. We select the suite, and the Cypress Open executes automatically all the tests. Okay, all the test cases passing, and we can validate how the browser interact with each element if you want to do it in a visual way. Okay, now let's run with Cypress Run. When we execute Cypress Run, we run the test in headless mode. This is how they run in a CI/CD environments, just like Jenkins. Okay, all the test cases are passed. A fun fact is when we execute the Cypress Run, after we execute in the headless mode, this is the way that we create the reports for Mochawesome. So we will validate the reports. Well, after running the test cases in headless mode, Mochawesome automatically generates a HTML report in the Cypress Reports folder. Here we can see the overall pass rate, each test case with the status, a duration, if it is the case, if the test case failure. This is when we can validate the screenshots for that test case. Okay. Now let's talk about how to CDI automate this trigger. Every time we push a code to GitHub, Jenkins runs the pipeline automatically, and that is possible thanks to a webhook. We create a GitHub repository, and in seconds we create a webhook. The webhook points to our Jenkins instance via ngrok. A tool that creates a public tunnel to our local Jenkins. Every push event sends a notification to this URL, and Jenkins receives it and triggers to the pipeline. Let's make a push and watch. Let's watch how it works. Okay. Now we can validate the Jenkins pipeline. Okay, the build just triggered automatically from our push. And let's watch the pipeline, how it works. Let me walk through each stage. Clean workspace removes any files from previous builds, ensures a clean environment every time. Check out clones our repository from GitHub and show the latest commit. Install dependencies, run npm installs to get Cypress and Mochawesome ready. Run Cypress test. Execute all the test cases in Chrome with a headless mode. Archive results saves the reports, screenshots, and video as a build factors. And finally, the post section publishes our Mochawesome HTML report directly in Jenkins. We can validate that in that place. In our pipeline on Jenkins, we can validate the results from the Mochawesome. Once the pipeline finished, we can see the Mochawesome reports published right here. And this is accessible to anyone with access to Jenkins. No need to download or share files manually. Okay. Copy. Okay. About Docker. Finally, let's talk about Docker. Our project is fully containerized, which means anyone we can run our tests without installing Node.js, Cypress, or any dependencies. We build our image and we can run the image to create a container. The container starts, installs nothing because everything is already baked in the image, and run our Cypress test automatically. Our Dockerfile setups the node environment, installs Chromium, copies the project, and runs npm test as the default command, and as a completely portable and ready to run anywhere. We can validate all the test cases pass, and that's it. And that's a wrap. In this video we cover the page object model pattern with Cypress and JavaScript, a dedicated selectors layer for extra maintainability, running test cases visually with Cypress Open and in a headless mode with Cypress Run, create a Mochawesome HTML reports, automated CI/CD with Jenkins triggered by GitHub Webhooks, publish Mochawesome directly in Jenkins, and fully containerize our project with Docker. And that's it for this project.